First, live, local. This is First Alert Weather Extra.
Well, good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in to our special First Alert Weather Extra show. How are you doing, Camila?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's Thanksgiving Eve. We're doing the stretching. Getting ready for the best meal of the year tomorrow, obviously.
The stretching and making sure the stretchy pants are clean and out of the laundry room.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I may need to do that in the morning. Yes. Okay, well, every weekday, or I guess I should say most weekdays, because this is the last one we'll have this week, but we have this special show. It basically is about 10-15 minutes where we do a deep dive into the forecast. No commercials, so we'll get right into it because Thanksgiving, obviously, we got to time out the showers there. I'll take that. Camilla's going to talk about what's going to happen this weekend and why we haven't really seen any snow yet, specifically in the Cascades. Now, I am no Tony Martinez, but I will try my best here with the traffic. Good news is I'm a local, so this is kind of quizzing my geography. But, you know, I've been looking at this monitor most of the evening, and this is probably the best I've seen it. So if you're hitting the roads now, maybe you're doing a little overnight road trip or just getting out a little later, that's totally fine. I mean, I-5 north and south, seeing some orange and red spots, which means, stop and go and slow. That's to be anticipated, of course, because it is the day before the holiday. And also I-205 headed toward Park Rose in the north side is a little bit backed up. Gorge cameras, just thought I'd fly through these so you can see we got a little bit of that east wind picking up, but that will change to a southerly wind tomorrow. 40s all over, across I-84. Bridge of the Gods has some wet pavement. I mean, pretty much you can't really dodge the wet pavement at this point, but it is drying out there, which is good news. And I'll go all the way as far as you can see the Dalles and Biggs Junction. Not too trafficy, which is good. Okay, in the Mount Hood, no snow on the roads. Great news also if you're traveling through Santiam or anywhere through the Cascades. Those temperatures are above freezing. Okay, metro forecast for tonight. We're going to dry out. We have some clearing, but we're going to stay kind of on the cloudy side. Lows, into the low to mid 40s, 45 for Portland as you're waking up on the Thanksgiving Day. And then I want to go through tomorrow hour by hour, but first I'm going to show you kind of a bigger picture. You can see all that swirling going on right offshore. That's our next system that's going to be impacting us on Thanksgiving Day itself, but we think it'll hopefully hold off until the late evening when we get that really big push of moisture. So turkey trot forecast. Camilla, are you doing a turkey trot tomorrow?
I sure am. Yeah, it's a tradition in our family. Yes.
Oh, it's a tradition. Well, now I feel like I should be doing a turkey trot tomorrow.
No, you aren't.
I'll be trotting to my fridge probably a couple times. But yeah, so we got rain, pretty much, I could say steady rain before 7 a.m. And as we get into the later morning, turning into just scattered showers. So that means kind of hit or miss rain, really light. Not expecting any kind of downpours tomorrow. So here's what that looks like, a little closer in here. This is 5 a.m. tomorrow. See that really steady rain as I mentioned. Not quite sure when those turkey trots start. Probably 7, 8.
8 usually.
Okay, yeah. So 8. Perfect. 8 o'clock is when this thing will pretty much move to our east. And this is what I mean by scattered showers. See those little green dots just sprinkled everywhere? I mean, that's just really low coverage. It's very hard to tell you it's going to rain at the specific time because we just can't. So just have the radar handy if you are headed out and you're worried about getting caught in a shower. This is 6 p.m. So this is the back end of that low that I was talking about. Basically, actually, the core is right here. This is the front end. And then we're expecting real steady rain all through I-84 and down through I-5 as well. That's going to last through the evening hours tomorrow. So we'll pull up Turkey Tom here hour by hour. You can get a closer look at those numbers because they're a little small here on this screen. Frequent showers tomorrow and a little breezy in the afternoon, all due to that area of low pressure. I've been joking about this turkey. I'm naming him Turkey Tom, by the way. I don't know, just he looks like a Tom. And he is not a local because he's holding an umbrella like a maniac.
Dead giveaway.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know. Maybe he's traveling. I'll give him, I'll cut him some slack because it's a holiday. Okay, let's talk about the wind real quick. That low, we're not expecting crazy storm-like winds. We don't have any wind advisories across our viewing area. Basically, just a little southerly breeze as we get into the afternoon and that low approaches the shore. This is along the coast. We'll see 30s to 40 mile per hour gusts, and then maybe 25 to 30 miles per hour in the central valleys. Again, no alerts out, so I don't think it's going to cause any major issues. Just something you'll notice as you're probably wrapping up dinner and heading home. Salem forecast hour by hour wind gusts, maybe again 25 to 30. Okay, one thing I did create yesterday is this graphic, and I was talking to Mark about problem areas, quote unquote, problem areas along some of our major freeway systems and interstates. Interstate 84, Cascade locks can be a problem, Meacham as well in Baker City. Look at that, all above freezing. We love to see it, and just a few showers mainly in Cascade locks. It's actually gonna be partly cloudy in Baker City tomorrow. Okay, let's talk about I-5. Eugene's fine. I mean, really just 50s all up and down I-5, nothing to write home about. And then 26, Sunset Summit, rainy, Government Camp, also on the warmer side. So I love to make a graphic like that when I don't have to tell you there's any concerns, because there really isn't for tomorrow. Rain forecast all the way through now Friday. Skipped ahead 1 second. I'm thinking ½ an inch or less. Sometimes these models tend to overdo it, but it's just such a light rain, most likely to gonna get less than ½ an inch. Okay, so you can pull out your phone, scan that QR code, or just go in your app store on your mobile phone, download our weather app. This is where you can find radar anytime tomorrow. I know we have limited shows tomorrow here on Fox 12, so this app will be really helpful, so you can just check out what the forecast is doing over your home, especially as, again, you're heading out the door. Maybe you got turkey ball tomorrow. Man, that's going to be muddy. That's going to be really crazy. I actually wish I was doing that. Okay, and also happy Thanksgiving, of course, from our Fox 12 First Alert weather family to yours. But Camilla, you got to tell us about after, because Black Friday.
Well, first I need to ask, are you a Black Friday person? Were you one of those like hardcore, go early, get deals?
I was. And I wasn't like, you know, shoving people out of the way and, you know, stealing things. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not like the movies, but I do miss a good old fashioned, you know, lining up outside the mall.
Really?
Yeah, are you not?
I could never get behind it. I just couldn't do it. I did it like hardcore maybe like one time, and I was like, never again.
Yeah.
It's just, it's too crowded. It's I don't know. Plus now I feel like you can do so much online.
Everything's online. I went to Target yesterday and I was like, where's all the deals?
Yeah.
I guess it's all online.
Really? Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, but for the hardcore people, don't worry. We've got your Black Friday forecast right here behind me. So let's get into it. Actually looking pretty nice. We will still see a few very early showers kind of left over from that system that's fizzling out. But we think we're going to be drying out throughout the day. Temperatures mild, so I would say by the late morning hours, certainly by lunchtime, I think we're seeing dry conditions here in Portland and the I-5 corridor. Probably staying, you know, mostly cloudy throughout the day, but maybe we'll see things breaking up just a little bit for us in the afternoon, maybe more like partly cloudy skies there, and we will be staying dry through the evening as well. So there you go. Good shopping conditions, I suppose, this year. Road conditions, Payton touched on this already for Thanksgiving, but it's actually looking great really through the entire holiday weekend. We're just not expecting any juicy weather systems or anything crazy out there this year. So if you're traveling over the Cascades, bare roads, we don't see any snow accumulating there, and we'll take a closer look at that in just a moment. If you're traveling on I-84, maybe heading over to Idaho, mainly bare as well. Could be some snowy spots east on I-84 on Friday, but that's about it. And then if you're traveling on I-5 in either direction, looking good. Highway 26 also looking like bare roads. And we say bare roads, but, you know, wet roads. That's kind of implied with the rainy system that's on the way for your Thanksgiving. Okay, so we're going to get into the forecast for the rest of the holiday weekend, but first kind of wanted to take a look back since we're wrapping up the month of November. Can you believe it? We've got 4 days left. So here's what that has looked like temperature-wise for us in Portland. A lot of red. We had a lot of warmer than average days early on through the month, through the middle part of the month as well. Just now we started seeing some cooler than average days. You can see those in blue. So the last 4, 5, 6 days in a row have technically been cooler than average, but we're still running about 2.5 degrees warmer than normal. As far as rainfall goes, you know, the month started and we were thinking, man, this could be a wetter than average November, right? We were on quite a roll there. And then it kind of slowed down for us. Got really spotty through the middle part of the month. Certainly has been rainy, right? The last 4 days. But we're at about 4 inches now at PDX. So I don't think we're going to get to that 5.5-ish mark, which is more typical. Like Payton mentioned, we have maybe another ½ inch, maybe up to an inch if, you know, if things are on the heavier side. But yeah, I think we're going to end up a little bit drier than average. Okay, so let's talk about the rain forecast in more detail for the next 5 days. Notice Portland here is in that kind of dark green area. ½ inch to an inch expected over the next 5 days, really just expected over the next couple of days. So here you go, your Thanksgiving. You've got showers here, heavier stuff to the north. Black Friday, just kind of a lingering shower or two, we think pretty early on, with the heavier stuff likely in the Cascades. And then check this out, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, looking likely dry. We have some sprinkle chances mixing in there. We've got little kind of waves coming through that could bring us something, but definitely more dry than wet Saturday through the early part of next week. So let's take a closer look at the timing here, starting with the morning of Black Friday. Again, we still have some rain here, especially if you're east of I-5 at 8 a.m. Black Friday, but see how things really dry up by lunchtime. Maybe there's something lingering there south of Portland, closer to Salem. Definitely cloudy, staying cloudy through that lunch hour, and then still some showers there east of the Cascades. But by the time we get to the evening of Black Friday, it's looking very dry. Maybe we see some clearing. Maybe some pops of sunshine before the sun goes down. It's possible. We'll see. Saturday certainly starting cloudy, very gray for everybody early Saturday. But again, we think that's going to be a dry day. Okay, so where's the snow, right? It's like it's ski season. We want it to get rolling, and it just hasn't happened for us yet. So really mild stuff. We've had warm systems coming through. We want cold and we want wet to get a good Cascade snowfall. So notice that snow level staying right around maybe just under 6,000 feet through Friday evening, still staying above pass level all the way through the early part of next week. So, you know, any snow that's falling here is being pretty limited to the higher elevations. Maybe Timberline Lodge is going to pull in a few inches, but definitely nothing at pass level. So this is one of our snow forecast models giving the ski resorts above 6,000 feet, maybe 3 inches by midday Saturday. I mean, we know that Saturday, Sunday, Monday looking pretty dry. So that's pretty much it for the next several days. Certainly not enough to get going on the slopes. So we just don't see anything super cold and super wet on the horizon, which again is what you want. Okay, so a few days ago, Peyton, you remember this, right? We were showing this Arctic air jet stream graphic. We were like, ooh, maybe over the weekend we're gonna see some cold air, right?
No.
Yeah, things really changed, right? That ridge kind of flattened out. It really pushed that cold air much farther east, staying really north all the way through the holiday weekend. See, look at that. So earlier on, again, just several days ago, this kind of dip of cold air was kind of happening right here, like just east of the Cascades. Not going to be the case anymore. So, I mean, if you like mild weather, this is good news. We're pretty much back to status quo, we think, all the way through the holiday weekend, and then some really cold stuff heading to the Great Plains. Okay, so big picture, here's what's happening. This is our jet stream graphic. You can see this little kind of dot here in the middle. This is that low pressure system coming through, keeping us nice and wet for the Thanksgiving holiday. It kind of fizzles out, passes over to the east by Friday. And then we've got kind of a ridge forming here. You can see that very clearly. Again, not quite as sharp of a ridge as we were seeing earlier, but it's still there. Jet stream kind of close by Saturday, Sunday. That's why we've got kind of some sprinkle chances mixing in there. Again, we're pretty confident it's going to be mainly dry, but we've got some shots there maybe at some sprinkles, and then kind of entering a little bit more of a westerly flow by the time we get into the early part of next week. But this is all just really mild stuff, uneventful. That main jet stream, which you can see kind of highlighted in green here, way to our north. So certainly not expecting anything stormy on the way over the next 7+ days. So here is that 7-day forecast. We talked a lot about Thanksgiving, very mild this year, staying mild, we think, all the way really through the entire weekend. Maybe we stay in the 40s on Sunday. What you'll start to notice is those overnights getting chillier. And I raised these just a little bit, Peyton, maybe you noticed that. We did have a 32 here Sunday night, Monday morning. But let's take a look, because maybe we'll have a shot at our first frost here in Portland. This would be Monday morning, the low temperature on Monday. So taking a look at that first autumn frost each year here, already happened in Hillsborough, November 19th. That's normal. We tend to see that first frost earlier in those more rural spots. And, you know, Hillsborough can see it as early October sometimes. That happened in 2019. Here in Portland, it hasn't happened yet, so we've got a question mark on there. And it really can be a wide range. We can see that first frost happening in October, November. Sometimes we have to wait until Christmas before we see that. That happened back in 2021. So we'll see. Maybe we make it into early December this year before we see that first frost. So that's really, I would say, the most interesting thing happening is our 7-day forecast. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
There's just nothing else going on here, right?
Which is fine. I think we definitely want some kind of action probably eventually down the line, but this is the time where like, let's have calm weather. People are traveling, people are wanting to enjoy the holiday. We don't want disruptions.
No.
Yeah,
no, so no complaints here. So if you like the mild weather, and again, lots of dry time because it has been rainy the last several days. So it looks like we'll get a nice little stretch here, maybe 4 days in a row. Well, we probably won't be able to count Friday because we'll get that measurable rain in the morning. But, you know, for the most part, lots of dry time in there. Looking nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else to add?
That's it. That's what I got.
Sweet. Well, this is again our very last First Alert Weather Extra for this week. We will be back next week, but if you want to share this with your friends, family, if they're curious about the forecast, this is now on our website, First Alert Weather Extra. You'll see a little tab on our weather page, but also on YouTube, on our Fox 12 Fox 12 Oregon YouTube.
All the platforms.
So yeah, plenty of ways to share, plenty of ways to find it. But yeah, well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you have a lovely Thanksgiving. By the way, we'll be back here at 8 p.m. tonight for, again, another updated First Alert forecast.